Hello friends, myself Dharmendra Patnaik, Assistant Professor in Department of Pharmaceutics of Bengal School of Technology, welcomes you to our channel Edu Knowledge Hub. Today I am here with a new topic, that is Total Quality Management, TQM. So today we will see about the TQM, about its definition, about its advantages, disadvantages, about its elements, and about its aspect, and lastly about the use of this total quality management. So let's have a look about the slides for the TQM. So first one is, what is TQM? TQM is the mainly targeting about the quality of the product. Quality of the product means how we can improve the quality or how we can maintain the quality of the product, by which we can have the best quality of product, we can improve the reliability of the product, we can improve the customer satisfaction and customer need, we can improve the efficiency of the product, efficiency of the product, as well as the last one is we can improve the service of the product, which is more important nowadays because everybody is thinking about the service. So the best service we can provide, by which we can get the best quality product. So the definition of TQM is completely divided in total quality management. Total means the complete thing or the whole things. Quality means the excellent or high level or customer need. Management means what is telling the process by which we can reach our quality like excellence or to customer need, like planning, supervising, controlling and directing. So in overall what is telling, this is a process by which we have to plan, you have to supervise, you have to control in a process to achieve a good quality product which will meet a high level with the customer need. That is called as the total quality management. So in a certain one single sentence, if you will say, total quality management is the art of managing the complete activity to achieve a excellency. That is called as the total quality management. So also you can tell that the total quality management, it is an integration of all function and all process within an organization in order to achieve the continuous improvement of the quality by which we can meet the customer need and customer satisfaction. So that means here what it is telling, total quality management is telling about the integration of all process and all parameters like functions we are going to use it to prepare a product in together, which will help us to improve the quality of the product by which we can meet the customer need. That is the main goal of this total quality management. Now this concept of total quality management is, can tell that it is a mixture of quality assurance and quality control, who mainly targets about the quality, safety and efficacy of the product or about the pharmaceutical product, which help to the members or to the aiming the long term success, to get the long term success. Because quality means we are telling about the quality, safety as well as the efficacy, that is called as the best product. So the concept of total quality management is telling that it helps to prevent or to defect rather than to identify or detect the problem. So here what it is telling, TQM is telling that not to detect the problem, you have to detect the problem as well as you have to prevent the problem. That is the major benefits how we can improve the quality. Always you have to think about the prevention of the problems immediately or quickly at this moment, and that should be the permanent prevention should be there, not like that the short term prevention we will think it. Next, produce the quality work. TQM is telling that always you have to fix a level of quality at the first attempt itself, and further it should increase, not it should not decrease it. So that's why the in the first attempt only you have to fix or you a level for your product by from which you should not decrease it, you should increase it from that onwards. Next, you have to target or you have to focus on the customer, that what they want, what kind of needs there it is there for them. According to that you have to prepare your product. You have to prepare a strategy and protocol by which how you can improve your quality of the product, that is more important. Then the last one is, this TQM is helping or encouraging the personnel, those who are working in a team or in a person in a group, by which they can also give some kind of inputs for the quality improvement of the program product. Now as I was seeing about the definition, so now as you know that each and everything having some merits and demerits. So now we'll see about the merits of the TQM. So merits of the TQM is telling that improve the reputation. So if from this TQM we can able to prevent the problem instead of detection of problem at this early stage, and you can prevent it immediately or quickly for the long term, then definitely we can get the best quality, by which it will create a good image or improve the reputation of our product in front of the customer. Next, second one is that higher the employee morale. This TQM is giving a teamwork process or giving a process or chance to all the employee to work in a team to give their best effort. So that's why what will happen, it will improve their confidence level and they can give their best effort to the industry. Due to the early detection of problem and prevention quickly, so it will minimize the wastage and it will minimize the loss, due to which the cost of the product also it will be low, which will help the customer satisfaction. Next, disadvantages. Disadvantage, what it is telling, initial introduction cost. Initially, as you are telling that the first attempt only you have to fix the level for the quality, then you have to initially you have to invest more without sacrificing, without compromising the quality of the raw material, quality of the personnel, quality of the equipments. You have to invest more. And second thing, what is telling, the benefit also you will get very less for the several years, because until your industry or your product is will be established and it will create a good image or reputation in front of the customer, you have to be forgo that about the benefits. Then only you can get the best quality and you can get the best benefits in future once it will be established. Next, and the last one is worker will be more resistance towards the changes, because the total quality management is telling about the continuous improvement, means it is completely targeting about the always small changes in the tools, in the methods, in the process. For each and everything some small changes will be there which will impact on the mentality of the personnel those who are working, because always it is continuously changing. So that will also give a bad impact on the personnels. Now the traditional approaches of the TQM, like what are the approaches are there before the TQM and what are the approaches are there after the TQM. So first one is definition. Definition means previous the TQM or before the TQM, the complete focus was on the product oriented. You have to prepare a best quality product, whether maybe the cost will be high or not, we are not going to bother about that. The product quality should be good. But now TQM is telling that we have to think about the customer oriented. What customer is demanding from us, what the customer is expecting from us, that is called as the customer oriented. Next one is priority. Second, in the previous days the priorities means initially the product quality, followed by secondly we used to think about the service and cost. But now TQM is indicating that the equal priorities should be given to the product quality, to the product service, as well as to the product cost. Each and everything, three parameters should be considered equally, then only you can reach to the customer satisfaction and customer need. Next one is decision. Decision means if any problems it is arising, previously what they used to think, at this moment you will solve it, and followed by you will think how to rectify permanently for this solution. But now as the TQM is implemented, TQM is telling that immediately you have to prevent it, and the prevention should be long term, not for the short term. You have to think it, you have to quickly resolve it, and it should be long term, by which the quality will be improved and it will maintain positively for all time. Next is emphasis. Emphasis means, as I told that previously we used to emphasize on detection of problem, and now we are going to emphasizing on prevention of problem. Next one is responsibility. The quality of the product responsible is quality control department. He is whole and sole responsible how to maintain the quality, he will think. But now the TQM is telling that everyone is responsible for this quality of the product. The personnel, those who are working or those who are involving in the team for each and every process, they are the responsible for the quality of the product. Next, problem solving. If any problems it is arising, then who will solve it? In the previous days the problem will be solved by the manager, but nowadays it is telling that the problem will be solved by the team or the personnel, those who are working with this, because they are educated now, they are well trained now, they can give their feedback, they can give their input that how to improve the quality or how to solve the problems. So now if each and everything will be done by the employee or the personnel, then what is the role of this manager? So manager's role, previously it was planning, assigning, controlling and enforcing, but now it is telling that the manager's role is to delegate it, to coach, to facilitate, to mentor them, by which they can give their best effort and they can help us to give their feedback to improve the quality. The manager role is there to educate them about the process, about the method, about the product, about the tools, each and everything you will educate them. Next, aspect of TQM. The aspect of TQM, what it is telling, how we can implement this TQM, what are the parameters or what are the aspect you have to target, then only successfully we can implement this total quality management. So there are three different aspects are there by which we can implement this TQM. There is first one is counting. Counting means counting of tools, counting of techniques. What are the different kind of tools or techniques we are going to use it, how we can improve it, what kind of changes we can do by which it will give the impact on the quality, that we have to think. Next, training for the personnel, those who are working for improving their analyzing skill, understanding skill or solving the problem skill, by which it will help us to improve the quality of the product, that is called as the counting. Second one is customers. Customer means what it is telling, quality of the product which will meet the customer need and customer satisfaction. So that's why customer is the central concern for us in the TQM when we are going to thinking about the quality of the product. So customer is the second aspect for us. Next, third one is culture. Culture means what is telling, the culture with respect to customer need and customer requirement in a team, in a group discussion, with a advisory board. Like example, what you can tell culture means, suppose you want to purchase an electronics gadget. So nowadays what we are doing, we are going to different survey sites or like gadgets, and we are going to see that about the review of the product, about the merits, demerits, and there are some videos are there which are available, like advisory videos, from where we can get the knowledge. So like this here also what is telling, when we are discussing about the quality, about the improvement of the quality, we should culture it. With whom we will culture? We will culture with the advisory boards, we will go for the group discussion, we will go for some team discussion, by which it will help us to give their effort to improve the quality of the product. That is called as the aspect of TQM. Now if you want to TQM or total quality management, then the key elements of TQM also you have to think how we can implement it. So as I told you that first only, that focus on the customer, because our main goal is that customer need, customer satisfaction. So you have to focus on the customer first. So if you want to focus on the customer, then you have to identify the customer or identify the organization customers, because if you see the market, all are customer for all the products, but for your particular product, who are the customer, you have to identify and you have to collect the review from them. So that is called as the identification of customer. So identification of customer means what is telling, customers are mainly two types are there, external customers and internal customers. External customers means it is telling that the customer who consumes your product directly, who can give you the direct feedback about the product. Like nowadays we are doing the some kind of survey, online survey, offline survey, like star rating, we are giving some kind of star, 5 star, 3 star, 4 stars, about the good, satisfactory, not satisfactory, about the product, about the service, about the quality of the product, all these things. Now second one is the internal customer. Internal customer means what is telling, the employee who receive the output of the other employees, because the employee are the main who can give their best feedback to improve the quality of the product. So then some employees should be involved or should be appointed to get the knowledge or get the feedback of the employees, those who are working, which will help us to improve the quality. Next, there are different parameters, there are different levels also we are going to use it, like guarantee, warranty, 100% money back guarantee, some kind of logos also we are going to use it to gain the customer some satisfaction or capture the customer need. So for that, what is telling, we have to use some kind of, we have to complete a target on the customer if you want to implement this total quality management. Next, second one is that the employee involvement. Employee involvement also is the second parameter. It is telling about the TQM if you want to improve the quality, or if you are going to for the continuous improvement of the quality, because employee is the major key role who can give you the best feedback about the product, where the problems are coming or how we can improve the product. That's why what is telling, it is to be considered that the job of the all employee, and they should involve in the quality initiative. You have to encourage them by which they can give their feedback to improving the quality initiatives. The frontline employees are likely to be capture the review from the customer, by which it will be help us to contribute to the quality. Therefore, the employee should be motivated. You should encourage the morale, which will, by which they will think innovative and improve the quality. So for that, what you have to do, you have to give the freedom for thinking, involve them, each and every person, allow them to work in a team, allow them to express their feedback, allow them to express their thought about the product. Then only it will help us to improve the quality of the product. Next, third one is the continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is the major tool for the total quality management to capture the customer satisfaction or customer faith. So here what is telling, continuous improvement means it is a never ending process, definitely, because as a human being we need always more. Whatever we are having, we need more than that. So that's why what is telling, once a industry is fixing a quality level, so and it will reach to the customer, furthermore the customer will expect more than that, not less than that. So that's why it is a never ending process. Always it should be improved. That may be a minute 0.5, but it should be, improvement should be there. Next, small change also makes an improvement. Small changes also like tools, parameter or environmental condition which will improve the quality also, it will can be considered as a continuous improvement. Always try to meet the customer requirement. So here what it is telling, if you want to go for this continuous improvement, you have to see this image first. You can see the score. So there are different 4 aspects, are there 4 areas where you have to work it if you want to go for this continuous improvement. First one is commitment. Commitment means like what you want to do it, whether you are going to improve the quality or not. We have to fix a goal for us, that is called as a commitment. Then strategy, we have to prepare a protocol, you have to go for vision and mission, you have to go for these tools, how we can achieve our goals, that is called the strategy. Then this strategy, it will help us to for the processing, it will move. Processing means you have to go for this processing of mapping, process of analyzing it, how we can do it, and finally performance it. You have to do this work, that is called as the performance. This is the process by which we can help us to improve the continuously about the quality of the product. Next, how to improve the quality, that is more important, because we are telling that continuous improvement is there. Then how to improve the quality? So if you want to improve the quality, what it is telling, view all the work as a process. That may be starting from processing, designing, invoicing, like each and every, like procurement of raw material, processing it, manufacturing it, storing, marketing, each and every step you have to be give your best, then only you can improve the quality. So the process improvement means it will increase the customer satisfaction. Definitely, if you gradually continuously are improving your product, means definitely customer will be satisfied on your product. So here what is written, there are 5 ways by which you can improve the quality. That is, first one is reduce the resources, reduce the errors, meet the expectation of customer, make the process safer, make the process more satisfying and easy. First one is reduce the resources. Procurement of the raw material, always it should be the best, and try to be fix a constant resource for your product. Don't change it, because if you are going to change it repeatedly, maybe the quality also it will be vary. So always you have to fix with a single resource with the best quality. Reduce the errors. So definitely if you will reduce the error and if you will prevent the errors quickly, definitely it will minimize your loss and it will help you to improve the quality. meet the expectation of customer. Definitely, if you will target the customer need, what they want it, what they are expecting from the manufacturer, then only you can help to improve the quality. Make process more safer. You have to think about the personnel, those who are working. Then only the personals or the employees, they will be motivated and they can give their best effort. Make the process more satisfying and more easy. You have to prepare the process, a simple process. You have to educate them by which they can, it will be easily understandable, or it should be clear to them what they have to do and when they have to do all these things. That is called as the process, how we can improve the quality. Next, if you see about this image, it will give you the clear idea or about that how to improve the quality. First one is define it. How you can improve the your best quality. What are the things you have to do this? Define it. Next, measures. What kind of measures you have to do or what kind of steps you have to initiate it by which we can improve it. Analyze these measures or the steps or the process, how we can do some kind of changes. After analyzing, then you improve this process. You have to some changes you have to do in this process or this parameter by which the quality it will be improved. So after improving, it is not ending with your quality improvement, because when it is going for this manufacturing, then control is the main parameter. Always you have to maintain the same quality of the product. It is more important. That's why what is telling, if you will get this picture, these 5 areas you have to work if you want to go for this continuous improvement of the product. Now this all about the total quality management, about its implementation, about its elements. So now what are the importance of total quality management in pharma industry? First one is handling. So these are the small parameters which will help us to improve the quality of the product. So first one is handling. Handling means what is telling, containers should be opened carefully and subsequently it should be resealed properly. So this is a very small thing, but it is more important, because when nominally in the pharmaceutical industry we are going to use the big containers for the multiple use. So here what is telling, when you are going to use this containers, big containers, we are going to open the containers and we are going to take this product. Again you have to reseal it properly, because to maintain this integrity of the product, or you have to protect this product properly, then only every time you will get the best quality of raw material, and to this best quality of raw material it will give the impact on the quality of the product. Next, second point, highly sensitizing materials such as penicillin and cephalosporin should be handled in separate production area. Like such kind of ingredient or active pharmaceutical ingredients are there where highly active or highly sensitive. For them you have to go for separate production area. Always you should not mix it, because in a manufacturing area or in a pharmaceutical industry you are not going to fix with a single product, we are going for multiple products. So such kind of product should be avoided. You have to go for some kind of barrier among this. Next, highly active or toxic active pharmaceutical ingredient should be handled in a separate dedicated area. Certain ingredient like steroids, they are very much active and more toxic in nature. So such kind of product should be handled in a separately dedicated area. You should not mix into any other area. Next, the last one is pure and final active pharmaceutical products should be handled in a environment which will give us the adequate protection. Like it is telling about the storage and handling. Like you have to handle all this product in a proper environmental condition by which it will not be harmful or it will not be affected by this moisture, about this, by this temperature, all these things. So handling and storage is more important for the raw materials. So as we discussed in the handling, that storage is more important. So now here what is telling, storage. Secure storage facilities should be designated or should be provided to prevent the damage or to prevent the deterioration of material. You have to provide a secure storage facilities that should be clean and tidy, and appropriate pest control should be used by which we can maintain the product integrity or the quality of the raw material, which will give the direct impact on the quality of the product. Next, environmental condition. Environmental condition is more important. As I told that maybe some of the product it will lose their integrity or lose their stability due to changes in the environmental like temperature, humidity, or moisture. So all these environmental conditions should be maintained properly. So further what it is telling, the condition for environmental should be maintained properly, and that environmental conditions should be assessed in appropriate interval. Once you are going to maintain it, it is not the end of this point. Always you have to verify it, that whether the same environmental condition is maintained or not. Next, the last one is storage condition for active pharmaceutical ingredients should be based upon the stability study. For each and every active pharmaceutical ingredient or raw material having different stability studies, like storage condition, temperature. So everything should be maintained properly. That is called as the storage of raw material or active pharmaceutical ingredient. Next, packaging. Packaging, what is telling, labeling and packaging is more important for the product, about its stability, about its information to the personnel, those who are working. So here what is telling, selection of packaging material is more important because it's directly impacting on the stability of the product. So that's why what is telling, the selection or the appropriate packaging material is important to be selected. Next is printing or labeling. The labeling should be securely stored and it should be avoided for mixing. Like in an industry, you are going to prepare the multiple formulations. The packaging system and the printing labeling should not be mixed with each other. And the labeling should be informative, which should provide the identification about the product, which should provide the storage condition of the product, and which should provide the expiry date of the product, by which we can give the best quality of the raw material to the formulation. Next, facilities and equipment. As I told you that total quality management is completely, it is the integrational of functional and as well as the facilities. So here what is telling, if you want the best quality of product, then you have to give the best facilities with the best equipment. So here what is telling, the equipment facilities means like those location, design and construction of building, as well as the protection of the contaminated product, as well as the protection of the personnel, those who are working, as well as the proper environmental condition. Each and everything should be well controlled, well designed, by which a best or good quality of product will achieve it. So here what it is telling, while you are going to select the equipment, the surface of the equipment is more important. Why? Because the surface of the equipment should be non-reactive with the active pharmaceutical ingredient. Or because if it will be reactive, then maybe the active pharmaceutical ingredient, it will lose its properties due to the reaction or the interaction between the surface of the equipment, due to which it will hamper to the quality of the product. Next, about the application of TQM is sterile area. Sterile area means manufacturing of parenteral product. So maintenance of sterile area is more important for getting or achieving a best quality product. So here what is telling, a proper traffic control system should be maintained for the sterile area wherever you are going to maintain it. Like suppose a person in and out, the person, those who are working in that, the who will be allowed to go inside, who will not be allowed to go inside, that is you have to maintain properly. Like a person is suffering from any kind of disease or any kind of infection or any kind of skin problems, should not be allowed to go inside. You have to avoid such kind of personnels, because it will affect or it will give the impact on the product, or which will compromise on the quality of the active pharmaceutical ingredients. So that's why what is telling, proper traffic control system should be maintained for the sterile area. So these are the small things which you have to think to achieve a best quality product. Second point, what is telling, like smoking, eating, drinking, chewing and storage of the food should be restricted, and it should be designated area separately from the production and control area. So here what is telling, such kind of things like smoking things, eating, drinking, chewable or any kind of storage, everything should be separately, you have to maintain it, by which it will not give any kind of impact on the quality of the product. So this is all about the importance of total quality management in pharmaceutical industry. So the last one is that about the computerized system. So nowadays everywhere you are going to use this computerized system, like maintaining of the traffic control system, entry of unauthorized system, or changing of the programs, like maintenance of the environmental condition. So each and everything you are going to use this computerized system. So here what is telling, the computer system, whatever we are going to use it, it should be validated and it should be assured that whatever the parameter, whatever the maintenance it is going to do, it is correctly maintaining all these things. Or else if you are not going to do computerized, if you are going to do manual entry, then second independent check should be there. Not, it should not be end with the only one checkpoint. Secondary independent check should be available if you are going for this manual entry. And the last one, what is saying, whatever you are doing for this industrial process, a backup system should be provided for all critical data. Like suppose a plan A will be failure, then it should move to immediately to plan B without affecting or without harming the product quality. Next, this is all about the total quality management, how we are going to implement it, how we are going to use it, how we are going to measure it. The tools of total quality management is indicating about the flow chart. There are 7 different kind of implement tools are there, like flow chart, where how we are going to do the process, in what sequence it is main important. Cause effective diagrams, what is the effect of this parameter when we are going to do this thing. Checklist, like a checklist or a list should be prepared and it should be provided to the personnel to verify, always cross verify that what thing next he has to do to get the best quality of the product. Histogram graph or Pareto chart, that is indicating that about the comparison data of previous and present. Scattered plot and control chart, all these things are the graph which will help us to compare the variables like x-axis and y-axis to give us the feedback that how to improve the quality or how we are improving our product quality. That is a tool of the total quality management. So now if you will see about the definition of all this graph, this histogram and Pareto chart, as I told that these are the bar graphs which is comparing the previous and past present data with frequency of occurring, how many times you are doing all these things and how many times you are going to compare this, what kind of benefits or advantage you are going to get it will indicate. Secondly, these scattered plots or control charts are the x-axis and y-axis nominally we are going to indicate that about the comparing the data of variable effects, like this variable how it is affecting, this variable how it is affecting on the quality. This is about the definition of all this graph, or this is about the tools which are helping us to measure the total quality management. So this all about the video which is indicating about the total quality management, about its definition, about its advantages, about its elements, about its use in the pharmaceutical industry, and about its tools of the total quality management. So hope you will like this video and you will get some knowledge about this total quality management, how it is helping us to improve the quality of the product. If you are liking this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, that is Edu Knowledge Hub. If you are having any kind of doubts, you can write in the comment section, or else you can directly email me, that is dharmajit.patnaik@gmail.com. Definitely I will get back to you. Thank you. Stay safe.